So who's heard of a Roth IRA?
That's what I was going to hear. Wow.
So a Roth IRA truly is one of the only products out there that's tax-free.
Truly tax-free.
Yeah, you don't pay any tax.
Yeah.
Here's the problem though, is the IRS is willing to give that tax-free, but guess what happens if you're too successful and you are good at what you do and you make good money? Guess what happens to that option? They take it away.
Yeah.
So basically, and I don't know the exact numbers, but if you're married, I think it's like 175,000. If you make more than that, you can't even do one.
Wow. So what if you already have one prior to that? Do they
So
take it away
they
still?
can't take it away, you just can't make any more contributions to it. Which is frustrating, right? I think for me, if I know what my tax is today, I'm gonna be more successful in the future. I'm gonna kick my own ass, right?
Yeah.
And so the value of paying into something today, you know where your tax is today, and then to never pay taxes on it in the future, it's massive. So that's where, like, if you have a Roth, it's always gonna be that. It's just you can't make a contribution when you hit those levels. Yes?
What is a Roth IRA?
So a Roth IRA is basically, the IRS just wants to know what is the nutshell and basically what is the taxation of that. Like you can hold Roth IRAs in many different things. I have a Bitcoin mining machine that I did a backdoor Roth IRA because my income's too high, but then I backdoor, I mean there's always ways to do it.
Loopholes.
Yeah, so I have a
Legal.
Bitcoin mining machine it's held in a Roth IRA, so I don't pay taxes on that.
Okay.
Again, somebody way more creative and smarter than me came up with that.
Nice.
So, but most Roth IRAs are some sort of investment, like you're investing in a mutual fund,
Yeah.
and the mutual fund is held, it's a Roth IRA. All the IRS cares about is, have you paid taxes on that, or do we get taxes in the future?
Okay.
Which we can go on forever about that. That's the challenge with what most people are taught, is most people are taught invest and put money into a 401k, right? You get free money, you get the, so Dave Ramsey, he is so against whole life.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but he's preaching to the masses, and the
Yeah.
masses shouldn't be doing whole life because most of them are broke and
They
need
can't
debt.
afford
They
to
can't
do
afford,
that.
they should be paying
So that
down
makes
debt.
sense. Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's where the whole idea is if you have that investment there and it's in some sort of tax advantage, if we're putting into a 401k, the fallacy is, and most of our parents probably, that's all they've ever done is put 401ks and bought a house, right? The challenge is the 401k, the idea is you defer that because you put it in before taxes. And then when you go to pull that money out, you're in a lower tax bracket, so you pay less in tax. Well, here's the problem. If you look at any tax brackets over the last 60, 70 years, have the taxes gone down or up? They've gone up.
Yeah.
They've only gone up.
Yeah.
So to pay less in tax in retirement, what do you have to do? Make less money.
Make less.
Well, who wants to make less money in your
Right.
golden years when you're supposed to be spending the most?
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
And so I do beat up on the 401ks because they have to have you put into those. That's why they brainwash us to put into them. Because now, if they want, there's trillions of dollars in taxes that the IRS and the government know is going to come in and feed the system. If they don't have that, where are they going to get the money from? Raise our taxes, or there's other ways to do it. So again, I'm not totally against 401ks, and sorry if that's offensive to some. Maybe
No,
some have
no.
401ks. But the challenge is again, it's that value that grows in there. Back to that when we first started talking. When you put money in a 401k, it does one thing. It's $1 doing one thing. And now all of a sudden you have taxes that erode it. You have it's in the stock market can erode it. You have all these eroding factors that take inflation. Exactly.
So by the time you put
it
$1,
eats it
you
up.
might be getting 60 cents back.
Exactly. And you deferred that tax. Maybe you could have paid 20 cents on that dollar, and now you deferred it to now what if you have to pay 60 cents on that dollar to get the same amount?
And you're breaking.